What is going on, everyone? Welcome to 24/7 Football. Now, we're in Manchester for two reasons. Number one, there's a lot of Manchester City fans about. Number two, we're based in Manchester, so it's cheaper as well. And we're speaking about the three words that strike fear into every football fan: VAR. Newly implemented this year, of course, in the Premier League. And we want to just speak to the football fans, don't have to be Man City fans as well, just to see what they think about the video assistant referee and whether they think it's killing the passion of the game. We're joined by, he wants me to call him Colin the window cleaner, outside in Manchester. Colin, you're a Man City fan. What are your thoughts on VAR in terms of the passion? Is it killing the passion of the fans?
Definitely. Saturday, half a crowd had left because we thought we'd won, and we're sat there. I've got my kids with me, and then all of a sudden, even the Tottenham team had gone back to basics. Waiting for the kick-off, and then they say, "Oh no, sorry, referee's got his finger to his ear," and we had to all sit down again. And with nothing said to us, we didn't know what was going on.
That's twice now against Tottenham. Just how gutting is it when when you celebrate and it's not given? Like, does it make you not want to celebrate goals in the future? Now
you've got to think about it. Whereas before you just jumped up because you saw the ball go in the net. Now it's, well, I could jump up, but then again I'd look like an idiot, and I look like an idiot anyway.
Hey, Colin, don't say that, mate. You're perfect to me. So going through to the rules of the game, the handball rule in general. Even though VAR did its job, do you think the rule needs to change about handball leading up to a goal? Because it hit the defender's hand as well.
It did. It hit the defender's arm. It hit our defender's arm after their defender had touched our defender's arm. And the idea is, if you gain control of the ball and passed it, then that's when it's wrong. But he didn't gain control of the ball. It just happened to fall on the floor, and after a bit of bobbling about, Jesus put it in. That's not gaining advantage. It's just luck.
And lastly, VAR, yes or no?
Oh no! I'm old school. We're all old school. No.
There you go. No, Michael, you're a Leeds fan in Manchester. We won't get too much into that one. But we're talking about VAR today. What do you think of VAR in terms of its implementation and its effect on the passion of the fans?
Yeah, I think it's a really good idea. I just don't understand why it takes so long.
Yeah.
I mean, I think anything that gets rid of really bad decisions is a really good thing. But I look at it and I think, why can the TV channels get it sorted so much quicker than the actual officials? So, And in terms of the passion of the fans, it's sort of hard to know. Yeah. Nobody wants bad decisions, but it's just that waiting just kills the game a little bit. If they get rid of that, I think it'll be a really good thing.
Yeah, is it a case of, if they get rid of VAR, we'll have bad decisions. If they have VAR, we've just got to live with it. And in terms of fans not really knowing what's going on while all this time is going on, they don't know whether to celebrate. Do you think they need to clean that up a little bit?
Yeah, I do. It should be a bit like cricket, though. The whole thing should be sold on the basis that we're getting rid of the howlers, like the really, really bad decisions. And I think if people understand that, it'll be a lot better. But like you say, there's that horrible moment when you're waiting all that time, and they need to do something about that, I think.
Do you think what you're saying, do you think it should just be for clear and obvious errors?
Yeah, I think it should be. I think at the end of the day, if you keep sort of undermining the authority of the ref, it makes the game even harder, in a way. And I think there's a culture in football now to really put refs under pressure already. I think anything they can do to take a bit of pressure off them is a good thing in a way.
All right, and lastly, one word, yes or no, VAR?
Oh yes, definitely yes, absolutely,
yes.
Yeah. Just make it quicker, but yes.
We're joined by Connor in Corner Boy in Manchester, Northern Quarter. Thank you for helping us out with this video, Connor. So you're a Man City fan.
I am.
VAR, what are your thoughts on it after the Tottenham game?
Personally, I'm not really a big fan of VAR. Go back to first game of the season. I think, the Sterling game.
West Ham.
Yeah, West Ham, like Sterling. I think the first decision was right. I think the second decision was wrong. I personally am not a big fan of it. I think it's supposed to cause debate, isn't it? Mm-hmm. And I think that's what it does. People, like personally in my family, like one of my best friends is a United fan. And so we were sat there going, I'm not really a big fan of it, but he likes it. Do you know what I mean? But he liked it because it messed City up a bit.
It's not done anything to United yet, has it? In terms of the passion, when you're at the game and you celebrate, is it killing the passion a little bit? Because you don't know whether to celebrate or not.
I don't know. See, I agree with it in a way because
it got the decision right based on the rules, didn't it? But in terms of celebrating,
see with the Tottenham game. I think that was the right decision in the end. But we had a big debate about the West Ham game, you know, the whole Sterling thing where he was offside, and it was literally like, how can you be offside by literally how can you look at it at such a fine margin and potentially be offside by an armpit?
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? Or a knee? It's always going to be up for debate, and I think that's it. I think personally, I've sat there myself and I've gone, come on, do you know what I mean? Scream the house down, and then gone, oh, okay.
Just to go from up there to down there. But in terms of, so just one word, VAR, yes or no?
No.
So I had to come from behind the camera to get my view on this. VAR. Obviously we've seen at the weekend with City getting screwed over again by it. But was it right? Technically VAR was correct, and in my opinion it's only going to make the game a lot better. We've seen, obviously, as I say, City. We saw him go to VAR last night at Wolves against United. That was obviously overturned, which wasn't great for me. I was hoping that goal would be disallowed. I think in the long run now, I think it will benefit the game. I think it's probably more along the lines of that referees, coaches, players, they don't understand the rules still. And I think the biggest problem is the time it takes to obviously confirm whether it's a goal or not. You can't have fans jumping up and ultimately celebrating, thinking they've got a winner, only to be dropped down 30 seconds later, and it's just depression. So for me, how do they improve it? I think they've got to get faster. It's ultimate. That is what they've got to do. They have to get faster. They've got to make these decisions quicker. They've got to make the decisions smarter as well. I don't think you can sit there, have someone sit there miles and miles and miles away, and ultimately for them to make a decision. I think they've got to bring it to the ground, and I also think that they've got to, as I say, make it a lot faster. If they make it quicker, I think it will benefit the game. I think all the decisions will be correct. But we'll only see from here. But ultimately, at the moment, VAR, it's not a great thing.
Well, Tom, you're a Manchester City fan. What do you think of VAR, firstly?
It's a difficult question, really. I don't think you're ever going to keep everybody happy.
Yeah.
There are always going to be controversial decisions, and I think they're always going to go either way. I don't think it's ever going to settle every decision. And I think there's always going to be controversy. But I think all in all, it's probably a good thing.
What you say, I get what you say. Everyone's got an opinion, haven't they? But in terms of the passion of the fans, are you going to be a little bit scared to celebrate goals?
A little bit. I think there needs to be a limit on how much time they've got to make the assessment. I think if you limited it to probably 20 seconds, I think it probably works, really.
Going to that Spurs game, the penalty on Rodri. Why wasn't that given as goal? Why didn't that go to VAR?
I think the amount of discretion the referee's got to use it is worrying, which doesn't help. I mean, that probably needs to change.
Ultimately benefits the game, so just one word now, VAR, yes or no?
Yes.
So there you have it, VAR, very divisive in the city of Manchester. Lots of people saying they're for it, lots of people saying they're against it. The general consensus really is that it's done its job, and maybe we need to look at the rules of the game and just how VAR is implemented for future use. But as we can see, it definitely divides an opinion, and if you're a City fan, you don't like it. If you're a United fan, you do seem to like it. But when it is against your team, your view might change. But I hope you've enjoyed this public video, us coming out in Manchester today. If you have, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. It means a massive amount to us. Leave a comment in the description, in the comments below, if you have enjoyed it as well. What else you want to see us do a public video on. Thank you to Nick for coming on and coming on the camera as well. Always a help. Check out our website 247football.com, and yeah, thank you very much everyone for watching. We'll see you next time.